That's the chief. What the hell is that?
Yo, what's good, what's good? Testing,
Hey.
testing. You hear me?
Yep.
It says my Streamlabs has deleted my YouTube. Video unavailable.
Yep.
There we go.
Don't forget the
Zoom.
screen share when we get things up.
Yeah, I will. Zoom,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
See me?
Yep.
No, I just gotta figure out my Streamlabs.
Okay.
Why it's not hooked up. Either way, we'll just keep viewing it on YouTube then. Christopher Columbus says, "What's up, y'all? What's up, Chris? Glad to have you." Alright. Shannon. RN Scrub. I'm pretty sure that is Duke Doobie. Glad to have you. Modern, what's up? How we doing?
Very, very good.
Let's get some background music, man. Ads, of course. YouTube ads. Gotta love it. Can y'all hear that? Is it too loud, overpowering my voice, Modern?
I
No,
don't hear anything.
Good deal. You should be able to hear it.
I can hear it. It's not
Little
too loud.
cozy autumn porch ambience is what I'm calling it.
All right.
You know. Anyways, how we doing? Leonard.
Very good.
Got it. Okay, it's Leonard. Glad to have you. I think you're new to the group. So y'all ain't excited about a 90k Bitcoin? 91k Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope
Yeah.
so.
And I'm just,
Cautiously excited. Yeah.
you know, it makes me want to play We Are the Champions again like I did Tuesday night in class. Because, you know, it's been a long time coming. Think about it. Y'all know my journey started well back here in 2019, 2020. So if we zoom out, some of y'all have been with me modern. I remember when you came with me, August 18th, 2021, back in this time period. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, it was, boy, the journey. It's like I said earlier,
Yeah.
we've been through hell together. Some of us have walked through purgatory together, literally. But you know, my time period getting back into crypto for the third, fourth time technically in my lifetime since 2012. But it was the repo liquidity injections in September of 2019 that started, you know, hitting the market, and you know, we started in this downtrend. Like I knew a catalyst is what I had deemed it at the time was coming. Did I technically know it was going to be C19? No, not really. Like I saw what was going on in January of that year, and like the narrative was building, of course. And then they hit us with it in March. But you know, basically our 13 cent, 17 cent investments of XRP, buying Bitcoin at, you know, I'd say 4 to 6K. under 10K, and then 8K, and de-risking upwards of 16, 24, and higher than that throughout the next year and a half. So I mean, it was truly remarkable, life-changing, right? And here we are today. When we kind of had the drawings, you can kind of see, what we're experiencing again is, possibly this euphoria, exiting that disbelief and throughout thrill and optimism now. Like, I think we're truly about to enter euphoria once again. We've talked about this, the market expansion, blow off top, price discovery, whatever you'd like to call it. It's just, this is where it all pays off. 4 to 6 years. Y'all knew I said that so many times for those that have been here. So if we go from this time period right here and where we started our journey, I mean, look at how long it's been. 1,711 days basically when we come up on the 18th. But basically 1,700 days. How many years is that? Let's pull out our trusty dusty calculator that we rarely use. 1,700 divided by 365. 4.6 years. Okay, we just exited president 4.6. You know what I'm saying? 46, and saw president 47 elected. So, like, the journey it's been remarkable. The things we've discovered, the things we've talked about, but overall the thesis and skill and craft that we have developed here. I mean, it's truly, in my opinion, one of a kind. What up, Spirit of Simeon? He said, "What up, Coach? Glad to have you." But something I shared with my friends and family on Facebook was like the fact that you all know I'm now a funded professional trader. You guys, it's now I got free money given to me to make profit off of, and to take care of my family, to hopefully be able to eventually move away from that work, just over broke, that job, and start my career here with you guys. Like, it's always been my dream. 4 to 6 years, it's been my goal. So we'll see if maybe it's a year and a half away, maybe if I can start it sooner, depending on how well I can hit my exit strategy in this euphoric blow off top. If we reach upwards of this 1.618 from back here, upwards of 149,000, 157,000, if we reach up here upwards of what we've talked about, 174, 181,000, or as high as maybe the $200,000 range for Bitcoin during this cycle. We've already discussed a few targets in class the other night in my recent live stream and my new uploaded video on Rumble, the Orange Guys Trump Dark Magic victory, where I broke everything down with you, and why we're seeing an 88 and now a $93,000 Bitcoin is, well, we approach today, Saturn going direct. A very, very important day. November 15th, it is our full moon, okay? It's the last super moon of the year, and you're wondering why we're possibly seeing some volatility. Get ready to kick in these charts as we get ready to watch the biggest distraction tonight keep you peeled away from the charts. The fight and the bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. So the problem child versus Kid Dynamite. Okay, so something we're going to be decoding and breaking down in this video tonight before we get off here in a few hours, because I'm going to go and view the fight, and we may watch it together in the community, private Discord and university at the Pioneer Academy, and in this live stream. But I plan to go watch it. We'll see if I can get a hold of a Netflix account, which is what I'm being told you can view it on. Then we might do that in the Discord together, and I'll stay in tonight. But we'll see what happens. I gotta get a Netflix account first, and I'm not buying one. And I gotta verify that it's on Netflix. You guys can help me do that. But Saturn going direct today, and we see this fight against Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. So why is that important? Because we're getting this Saturn Saturnian energy with obviously Mike Tyson here. Okay, so he's symbolizing to me in this aspect today the Father Time figure. Okay, whereas Jake Paul is symbolizing the new dawn or the new age. Okay, the younger Jupiterian version of this fighter. Okay, so very important. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson tonight, and we're going to go ahead and start decoding this and making some pretty important connections. This fight was scheduled earlier this year, 119 days ago. So the mirror of 9/11, 11/19, or 119, 119, 9/11, that very occultic number, 9/11, which tower falls tonight? You see what I'm saying? So I believe it's going to be the problem child. I just don't understand why I would want to bet with something with problem in its name. I don't know, man. But I don't like him. That's just my personal opinion. I grew up boxing. I don't like the demeanor, the attitude. I believe this could be a humiliation ritual and a, possibly a humbling moment for this young man in his career. So we'll see. He's, only fought 11 fights. Mike Tyson's going to be fighting in his 59th career fight tonight. I know he's been retired for a while, but I'm still riding with Mike Tyson, you guys. That's just my personal opinion. But this fight was scheduled 119 days ago. Let's look at the other connections real quick. I called this a clash of titans, you guys, giving us that very powerful 49. And we know the 49ers were in the Super Bowl this recent year, back in February. Bitcoin's most recent low, depending on what chart you look at, like this one right here, the 46k lows we had called for, that we got back in August as we got ready to exit President 46, and well, we called for hitting a 47k Bitcoin as we elected President 47, and well, but most charts show that it was the 49k low. Okay, so this shows 49k, so most people know it as the 49k lows for Bitcoin, or Kamala Harris, who recently ran in the elections. If you look at her name, it gives us the 49 as well. So I'm not surprised that when I just thought of a name today, that it was a clash of titans, tying us into that 49 that we've been getting. Kamala Harris. It's only one. Oh, there's not an H on the end of her name. My bad, you guys. Harris Shah. My bad. But yeah, Kamala Harris giving us that same 49 that we got in a clash of titans. What I dedicated the title of this decode to be. But Jake Paul also tying us into that same 49, as well as Mike Tyson. So again, I'm really not surprised that today, of all days, this year, of all years, we're seeing this fight take place 119 days after the scheduled fight was supposed to take place. So moving on, we know another name for Mike Tyson is the baddest man on the planet, or Iron Mike. Okay, so 49 as well. We got that 49 connection. We keep seeing it in this decode. So moving forward, we know 49 is, well, the square root of 7 times 7, and well, Jake Paul gives us that 77, as well as his Spanish name, El Gallo de Dorado, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, sorry, but it means the fighting rooster, you guys, which gives us 223. But that gives us 77 as well, as Jake Paul did, and I thought that was pretty unique. 77 can be perceived as the 2 sevens, and Jake Paul is representing Jupiter, okay, the younger half of the Titans here, the son of Father Time, right? Mike Tyson being the almost 60-year-old fighter in this bout. Jake Paul is 27 years old. Okay, he is Jupiter in this fight. Okay, so very powerful, but 27 can be perceived as the two sevens. He is facing Father Time, his mythological father Kronos, giving us that same 27 as well as Iron Mike, giving us 27 also. Okay, so I thought that this was pretty powerful because, again, if we take this back to one of the most important days that we've seen ritualized this year, it was 7 months and 7 days ago, back on April 8th in the Great American Eclipse. It was 222 days, Order out of Chaos 222, okay, New World Order 222, but 7 months and 7 days ago, or 31 weeks and 4 days, 3.14 pi symbolism right here, bringing everything back full circle in the dragon year, Ophiuchus Ouroboros the dragon. Okay, now let's get into the dragon, because in this bout, who is the dragon? Well, it is Michael Gerard Tyson, okay, giving us that same 59 that we get in dragon. Let's get Saturn goes direct down there. Dragon, giving us that same 59 in numerology, okay? Okay, Mike Tyson is in his 59th bout of his career, his 59th fight in the dragon year. Okay, does Bitcoin hit 95K during this fight? The mirror of 59 in the dragon year? That's my opinion. That's where my 1618 is at, that you just saw on my charts. But I just think this is unique as Mike Tyson gets ready to turn 59 years old next year, his dragon year of his age, okay? So very important. That's who I believe is the dragon in this fight. So, boom, boom, boom. Kid Dynamite. Take a look at it. 182. Why is that important? Because if we look at his birthday, and we'll come back to this in a moment, but it's June 30th, the 182nd day of the year. So I'm not surprised that we're getting this 182 connection in Kid Dynamite, another nickname for Mike Tyson, who was born on the 182nd day of the year, back in 1966. Okay, but let's go back to today, this fight. Okay, sorry. And we can see that that is a span of 138 days. Mike Tyson is currently 58 years old and 138 days into his 58th year. And we're seeing this fight tonight. And we know that boxing, Professional Boxing Association equals 138. For those that are familiar with my work, know that that is a number that ties us into the angel of death. Okay, so very important. But yeah, his birthday was also 138 days ago, if I didn't already state that. But Jake Paul, if you add the end date, it was 139 days prior to today, and he is fighting Jake Paul, 139. Okay, so I thought that this was all very, very unique. Tying us back into, again, the Jupiter-Saturn connections, Kronos versus Zeus. I think it's irrefutable, undeniable. What we're seeing is a clear battle of the Titans. Also, Jake Joseph Paul gives us 150 and 75, like his nickname, the Problem Child, 150 and 75. And also the baddest man on the planet. That's who I really think wins tonight. Is the one that is not only connected to Kronos, but connected to both Saturn and Jupiter. I think the reason why we are here is so he can humiliate Jake Paul in a humiliation ritual. That is my opinion, okay? But the 99 we get in Jupiter, 99, and the 93 we get in Saturn, aka Kronos, Father Time. All right, so very important. But again, we were connecting things back to the date of the April 8th eclipse, the 99th day of the year, and we are in the Jupiter year 2024, and we know that 2 combined with the 4 is the Jupiter logo. Okay, we shared that. So again, I think it's irrefutable, undeniable. One last thing that I will share is if we go back to the day prior to Jake Paul's upcoming birthday, we will see it's another very unique connection. Let's go to 117. Okay, so Bitcoin equals 117. This is the Master Chief 117 giving you this. But that is 64 days away from today, the day leaving 46 days left in the year to Jake Paul's birthday. We just saw President 46 step down. We saw his replacement lose. We are now on President 47. So I think, again, the way I'm perceiving this is that, you know, Kid Dynamite, the baddest man on the planet, and you know, Mike Tyson takes it tonight. That's just my personal opinion. That's who I would like to see win. But you know, I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just trying to use what I could come up with in the decode to perceive that Saturn, Father Time, wins tonight, holds the, you know, the sickle, the key to victory. So that's my personal opinion. What do you guys think? I'm gonna check the chat on YouTube real quick. 119
Yeah.
is time, number, reels. Yeah.
My question is, I believe also what you believe. However, when it comes to energy harvesting, which way do you think will gather more of the energy that they want?
Man, well then, I mean, it brings up the whole reason why we're here and the reason why we're seeing this fight tonight. Again, scheduled 119 days after its original date, and it's totally for today. Saturn goes direct today, so it's all about Saturnian symbology right here, and it's irrefutable, undeniable. So I believe that it doesn't really matter what the masses want. You know what I'm saying? But again, let's just break down the characters real quick, and then I'll also break down my financial astrology importance of Saturn going direct and exiting retrograde, and you know, we can look at that aspect as well. But like I said, the main characters are Jake Paul, depicted as Zeus Jupiter, symbolizing the lightning, dominance, and the modern twist. You know what I'm saying? The new age. Okay, so Mike Tyson depicted as Kronos, Father Time here, Saturn, embodying the older, formidable figure. You know, the one that holds the sickle, symbolizing, you know, Saturnian strength and age, wisdom right here, okay? So he's got experience. Again, in his 59th bout, Jake Paul is entering his 12th bout, and he thinks he's tough shit. Like, you know, we're talking about a lifetime of doing this versus a new beginning, right? So, background elements, you know, to this fight, you know, again, obviously both titans, a clash between titans. It can be very volatile. So I think wins for both sides here. Both sides can take rounds. You know, I don't think it's going to be a straight knockout in any form or fashion. I think it's going to go all the way. That's just my personal opinion. But there's likely a storm of brewing, is all I'm saying. So now let's connect these two using financial astrology, and how we're seeing exactly what we're seeing on the charts, like we showed you in our most recent live on YouTube. If you watched it the day before the elections, this day right here at the very bottom when we were doing our live before election day. Okay, remember the 5th of November. Okay, it's a day you'll never forget now, I promise you that. Especially if you watched that live and you bought in, and well, now you're up exponentially, or you took a long based off the fallen wedge we were in right here that showed you we could go to 88K post a Trump 88 victory. Okay, so the reason why we're seeing all this is because when Saturn exits its retrograde phase and goes direct, it's bringing a significant shift that is often observed in both the astrological interpretations and potentially the financial markets, like we're seeing, as a detailed breakdown of what this means. An important connection to financial astrology is understanding that this only happens every so often. Okay, so this isn't something that happens every year, typically, like the zodiac changes every month when we talk about financial astrology on the typical basis. Okay, we've got to understand that this is the last time we saw this was way back here. Saturn's retrograde was way back here at another top in the market. You see what I'm saying? And when it exited and went direct. So very important. But this phase is when it's in retrograde, it appears to move backwards in the sky. Okay, that's what Saturn appears to do. So that period is often associated with introspection, reassessment, dealing with long-standing issues, like 8 months of issues at every top we hit, lower highs for 8 months, right? Things we've witnessed during retrograde since, what was it, June, I believe? If Lisa was here, she'd be able to tell me exactly when it went retrograde. I can't quite remember. It was past the March highs. I do remember that. But its influence during retrograde typically revolves around themes of discipline, structure, and responsibility, aka dollar cost averaging, accumulation, everything we were teaching over the last 8 months, correct? Because we're dealing with delays in the system. Okay, obstacles that we've got to hurdle, reevaluations that we had to do, especially at lows of 47K that I believe we're probably the only ones in the world that were prepared for it ahead of the elections. And I'm not bragging, not boasting, but this is because of the work we do here, we were able to prepare you for it. That's just all I'm going to say. But then we just went direct today. Now, what does this mean? Why are we seeing this fight? These two characters. Why are we seeing the markets in an uptrend? Because it's direct motion. On today, November 15th, 2024, we're seeing Saturn exit retrograde and go direct. And when this happens, the planet, it resumes its normal forward momentum. Because again, during retrograde, it appears to be going backwards. 2 steps back, no steps forward. Here we are taking 2 steps forward, not a single step backwards. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're witnessing astrologically, is this shift. It's signifying a time where clarity, progress, forward momentum, it returns, and we're witnessing that. So it's decisions that may have felt stuck or were under review during this retrograde period are gone. That's behind us. Now look at how far we've come. You see what I'm saying? So this significance of Saturn going direct in Pisces, though, this year is bringing a more abundant energy. It's more emotional in depth. There's more intuition, which comes from the Latin word intuare, which means to know. That's how we've just simply been able to just know that we were going to see that 88 to 89K, then that 93 to 96K. Do we see 96K? The other number tied to Saturn right here tonight on the end of Saturn's retrograde going direct. Do you see the connections here? When we've got Saturn fighting tonight, if Saturn wins, you see? Overall, I think we could see a high of 99 in the year of Jupiter. You see? If we hit 69K 2021 in the year of Saturn, do we hit 99K now in the year of Jupiter before it's over, before we maybe get a pull back into mid-December, etc.? You see what I'm saying? So just throwing this out here. But Saturn in Pisces is bringing this fluidity to us, this liquidity to us, okay? So as Saturn journeys through Pisces right now, it's about merging practical boundaries with compassionate ones, and having just a visionary approach. That pioneer mindset is what you tend to hear me call it. So Financial astrology implications for this tonight could show, though, that the new age is prevailing, modern. So does that show us the Jupiterian on the rise tonight? Jake Paul winning. This Saturn in financial astrology is a show associated with long-term planning, regulation, and conservative approaches. That's what we've been doing the last 8 months. Are we shifting into that Jupiterian vibe, that Jupiterian age? This could be one of the most pivotal moments where we do see a Jupiterian shift right here into the age of Aquarius, that Jupiterian age where we see Jupiter overthrow his father like the mythological stories tell us. He beating up on a 58-year-old if that's the case. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't respect Andrew Tate at all, any of these characters, but I respect what he once said when he was asked if he was going to fight Mike Tyson. Like, he gave Mike Tyson the respect, his flowers, that he would beat his brakes in if he fought Mike Tyson in his prime. You know what I'm saying? So it's really unique, the situation we're in. So I'm just going to leave it there, and y'all can take the financial astrology aspects of the market and why we're seeing what we're seeing and why this fight is today on Saturn's direct day. And, make your own decision from there based off the decode we shared and everything else. Maybe you found something. I'll check the chat, see what you're talking about. Let me refresh the page, make sure we're caught up. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, appear to be good. But yeah. Alright, Modern. If you're back, I'll take your thoughts on that, but I can't really tell you myself. I just know my personal opinion, and what I would like to see is Mike Tyson whoop up on Jake Paul tonight. Oh yeah, XRPPP. Hit that 618, you guys. That's what we're waiting to break into the golden pocket. That's our next move up. 702, roughly $1 23 cents, $1.19. So $1.17, somewhere around there is where I'm targeting next. This box. Then we'll expand into the breakout of this multiple year sideways trading triangle, what we've called as an Elliott wave triangle for the last year now. Back since March for sure. But yeah, so we're waiting to break out of this, get the breakout, maybe a little back test, play around this range, but eventually hopefully make the final measured move of what I believe is the fifth wave, going all the way back to 2014. But yeah, so I know it's been a big mover. So for those that bought 38 cents back in June and July when we were telling you, buy, not financial advice, or 46 cents when we were calling those lows, post December, when it was the last time it was at 70 cents, yeah, and we were telling you 54 cents was coming, and then we hit a low of things like 33 cents, that was 2022, so where are we at this year? This is the weekly, so March 2024, December, yeah, June, July, November, December. Yeah, we were at 66, 70 cents. 54 cents was coming. We hit 51. And then 46 cents. 40 cents, 36. We called 38. I think we hit a low of 36 cents, if I'm not mistaken, on some charts. It's a low of 38. So, just amazing opportunities. Up and away. This is finally it, you guys. So get ready to take advantage of this on any more upside opportunities that you get. Start de-risking, dollar cost averaging out, just like all the times you bought in over the past. Start to DCA out of this asset. Set limit orders. Very important that we take advantage of this. And don't let it go to waste. It's taken 7 years to get here, okay? 7 years to get from here to here. So, hey, be my guest if you want to wait again. Alright, so when's last Saturn's direct? Or or ending of last time. I've got that written down in my Discord somewhere because I already looked it up one time with a group in class one night. Where is it at? Okay, there we go. Saturn doesn't literally go retrograde. About every 14 months. For about 5 months at a time. Okay. So if we go back 5 months from where we are today, that was what, June? November, October, September, August, June, July. June-July time period was roughly 5 months ago. So we want to go 14 months prior to that, okay? And you're going to see where it takes us. Alright, so... So again, it's taking us back into this time period back here, where Saturn was last going direct and exiting retrograde. So very important. All right, that answers your question, hopefully. So ending was roughly 2021. No, I'm not saying it's marked top for XRP now. I'm not saying that. I mean, it is 3,800% away, so I mean, you know, it is a healthy gain, especially for those like myself that bought in at 13 and 17 cents and hold tens of thousands. So, like, do the math. You know what I'm saying? So, sure, we'll take profit. We'll take profit along the way up because it's not going to hurt. So, I'm not saying that. You know, maybe we go higher. Who knows? Right now, I wouldn't think no higher than, you know, really 51 to 76, 86 bucks, maybe. You know, if we see three figures, like we're truly blessed. 58's in the cards as well, because XRP equals 58 in numerology. So I mean, like anything other than that, more than that, I think would really be asking for a lot. 8,200%. Yeah, like that's just, I think, in my opinion, starting to get ridiculous. But we will see. You know, we can look at the last two moves we've seen. The last few moves we've seen in XRP history. 1,900%. From low to high here was 844%. From this low to this high was 11,000, 108,000%, but I don't think we're going to see something like that anomaly. So let's break this down into moves from what'd I do? Okay, so let's break this down into moves like this: from candle closes to high, 6,000%. So I mean, maybe from bottom to high, 2,000%. Like, you know, I think 3,800 diminishing returns, things like that. 1,618 golden ratio of phi. It's important. I think that's a good range. And anything above it, hey, we'll continue to DCA out in levels based off numerology and other things. We'll see what the charts are telling us at the time. If we get there, we got to get there first, you guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I mean, we got to get there first. Coach, are you aligned to pull profits at end of February like we all heard? I don't know where you're hearing this. But okay. One of the newer charts it's under construction, developing for the crew and community here that, you know, the TradeAholics and Fibonomics that are with me twice a week and everything is, you know, it's based off the eclipses, things like that. But Ray, I think you follow me from Waters Above Community. Something I talked about with him in April of this year, several months ago, was this time period of cherry blossom season and the blood moon eclipse of March 14th, Pi Day, which will be 1 year anniversary of our first 73K highs. Okay, that's something I'm watching out for. Is roughly 74 days prior to that to see what the market energy is doing. Have we hit this ultimate institutional high fib pool to 15K lows from 64K roughly, okay, to 15K, that 1618, 157, 1618 already? Have we hit the pi cycle high at 123 already between now and December 3rd through the 8th, because that's 33 days after the election? The 123 date is very powerful in my work. So December 3rd, December 30th are 2 days that I'm watching very, very closely. It's tied to Ouroboros and Ophiuchus, the dragon, the 123 is. So yeah, December 18th as well is the fact that it's 74 days prior to the blood moon eclipse. So that's December 18th. Maybe if we continue to get pretty euphoric, it can be as early as then. One reason why is these lows came in 74 days prior to these eclipses past our hybrid solar eclipse back in 2023. When I was teaching y'all that we were in a disbelief phase before we started, thrill and optimism into euphoria. So yeah, that was 74 days prior. This most recent low of August 4th on Barack Obama's birthday, 119 days after our great American eclipse highs, was 70 days prior to our eclipses and the breakout that we saw right here on October 13th. Okay, so one more time, the lows at post Rosh Hashanah highs back in 2021, the lows were 74 days prior to the December eclipse on December 4th that sold us into our bottom. And then once again, 74 days prior to this pi cycle top, we saw in the eclipse, we saw not only highs but immediate lows 74 days prior to that eclipse. So this is the one I'm watching. Okay, so I will even expand it out possibly 74 days as well, because we know cherry blossom season also runs into April. Okay, but that's again asking for a lot to do that. So I would rather front run it like you're saying, but I would continue to watch this December time period as well, because historically Bitcoin likes to also set highs in December. Okay, fourth quarter. So this first quarter of next year is what I've ultimately been watching for the first initial high to come in. And if we get a second high towards middle of the year after a several month pullback and downtrend like we just witnessed for the last 8 months after doing this before extending again, then so be it. Okay, but only time will tell. But that, if we extend it out, it's going to take us into May 16th, May 15th. So Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. My thesis on, well, we tend to sell in May and walk away, but we do that prior to sell in May and walk away. We tend to take our profits in cherry blossom season in March and April, like this cycle back here 4 years ago when we were taking profits. We made at $56,000. We made a video and told y'all, Elon's coming out here accepting your Bitcoin at 56K to buy his Teslas. Like, de-risk and buy back at 30K. And what happened? We went straight to 30K, 28K after this institutional high, because that same guy, Elon, came out here in May 8th. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Dogecoin is essentially a scam. Saturday Night Live ritually sacrificed us into 30K. So, who was right? I was, right? But anyways, so I'm just throwing that out there. March and April is my thesis, cherry blossom season, when we tend to see the markets blossom, using again financial astrology in the mix here. Okay, so yeah, that March 14th, this December time period, it's going to be something I'm watching out for. So my earliest profits could be taken as early as December. We'll see how the rest of the month goes and how the next 30 days of December goes. But Christmas might be beneficial and very merry for some of us, like I've told my group in class. But I would love to see a November finish off strong and then a pullback sideways and down throughout November or throughout December, and a rally at the end of December into the first quarter. Like, I'd like to see more of a cool, calm, and kosher market right now. You see, that would allow for more upside in the future. That's all I'm gonna say. So, in Jay's Discord, Coach JV. Okay, yeah, I haven't watched his work neither in a while. Yeah, but I am a big fan of him and his work. I do still support it. I just don't remember when the last time I've caught him. I know he's been probably very busy himself, like I have been. But yeah, man, I followed him for 4 years myself, since 2020, Coach JV. So, but hopefully you're doing well, Ray Love, and everyone else in between viewing. Just simply wanted to come out and spend some time decoding this Mike Tyson fight with y'all, decoding the markets, looking at everything, answering some questions, as we, eventually make our way to 117K, 128K, possibly by December 8th, 12/8 date, right? That's going to be 30 days after the election, 33 days after the election, so a very powerful time period. All right, so as we approach the black moon that month, 2 new moons, so December could be very, very volatile and beneficial and euphoric for the price action charts. Again, profits are usually taken around the new moons. Accumulation is usually done around the full moons. So we got 2 new moons next month. You see the thesis kind of continuing to build here from everything we're talking about. So, what we go. I'm blessed, man. I could sit here and complain about not having enough time in a day so that I can accomplish more. I've had to put a lot of myself on the back burner since June and July. My job of 3 years let me go out of the blue. Just called me one day and said they had to, part ways because of financial problems. Not problems, I shouldn't say that, but just, they just had to let go of some workers, what I'm saying? I was one of them after 3 years of working with them. So it took me a few months to get a job, and I found one. I actually traded up with we'll just say more in a, $25,000 pay raise now, with the promotion I've had since passing the 8-week training. So I've just been very busy, single father, trying to work more on my book that I started a year ago around the World Series. Now that we just witnessed the Dodgers win this next one, and Trump win the election. It's my book that's showing sports are, showing us the start of World War III. Some of y'all might be familiar with it, but I'm still hosting twice a week classes and Zooms every week. So, man, I've got a plate full and I never can finish it. So, I'm not hungry no more, but every day I've still got a plate full that I've got to finish, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess that's my one and only complaint, I guess I'd have to say, is not having enough time to be with friends, family, get things accomplished for myself, like my blogs, sports and market blogs that I was doing every week for almost a year. But yeah, more YouTube lives and videos like right now. I'd like to do that more, but I just had to be grown up more for a little bit, accumulate more cryptos. Everybody knows I've been DCAing and accumulating in my class and in my Discord, my private community. They know I've been into Avalanche and Polkadot and Filecoin and Flare and all these other ones, So I've just been working hard. So I'm tired. That's how I am, I guess. But it's all worth it, when we look at where we are today, again, at how far we've came over the journey, the last 4.6, basically 4.7 years. It's a masterpiece, you know what I'm saying? Certainly wouldn't change it, that's for sure. And I'm still kind of sleepy. I haven't really woken up yet. Like, just like this, nothing's new under the sun right now is how I'm feeling until we start getting into more euphoric areas of upwards of 103 to 100 and, 13 to $117,000 is what I'm thinking right now. We'll see. But yeah, knocking out 5 of our ranges with ease. I don't want to say with ease. 4 of them with ease, and the 5th one we just tapped. So I'll behave. Ray Love said, "I'll message you in Discord." Got it. Okay, I'll be looking out for it. But yeah, if y'all got time to give away, man, that's the only thing I guess I could ever ask for. Time on my side. More money. If XRP keeps doing its thing, I might be able to retire very soon and be out here daily. But yeah, I don't know. I'd probably still miss work and go work somewhere or find some way to do some kind of work. That's just me. I can't sit stagnant and complacent. I tried that for a year and a half during COVID, 2020 and 2021, the last cycle. Made over 6 figures, and I still went back to work the last several years. So yeah, I say that. But alright, you guys, don't nobody speak at once. I was hoping more of the class would be able to join tonight. I know we started a few hours early, so people were probably still at work. I'm not sure what time it is, and for instance, where Shannon's at, who knows? Some of us are on business trips. Do what, Shannon?
It's 10:30 in the morning.
10:30 in the morning?
Well, 10:40.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your whole day planned out, probably. You still got all day.
Yep.
Where you at now, still?
Australia.
Australia, that's what I thought. You left the Philippines, went there. Now you're working there for a little bit. A year, right, roughly?
Until I retire.
Oh,
soon.
okay. Okay, soon. Right. I have to look at the market soon. What's Flair doing?
Yep.
I know that's probably one of your biggest bags.
Yeah, Flair's gone up overnight. I woke up this morning, I thought, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That's what's up. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, people keep sending me posting in the Discord, which is fine, you know what I'm saying? Just their cryptos that are up 90, 100%, things like that, and it's like, fucking, let's take a look at the total 3. Welcome to fucking alt season, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we just set a new all-time high on the total 3. Like, continuation is here. Price expansion, price discovery, market expansion is here. And which it wasn't too long ago, Shannon, I don't know if you were in class, but Duke Doobie was on and we brought up the total 3, and I drew this box and I was like, yeah, 702 is our next target, but we've blown straight past it in this 786. So I meant to say this year, new higher high this year. So continuation, price discovery is what I mean. That's our next step, is breaking this high. So I don't want to confuse nobody right there, because they know the total 3. Anybody that knows charts will know the total 3 has a little bit more to go. But this is my next target, 2.1 to 2.7, 2.6 trillion dollars right now for the altcoins. So I mean, we're just getting started. Like, so that's why we're seeing things like Sologenic up 90%, since yesterday. Where's Flare at? Songbird, what's it doing? Up 18% out of these lows. That's one of the ones we've talked about in the group. Flare, what's Velo doing?
Well, I went up about two grand overnight.
You're up $2,000 over Let Us Pray. I hope you start making 10 grand a day.
That was just on like my original, from last night, but from originally, obviously.
Yeah, I can see why. I can see why. Hey,
yeah.
Let Us Pray. Like, this is it. I'm gonna draw a quick fib from this low to this high, and I bet you this was around a 618, 786, or 888, and that's showing a trader's range. And look at that, perfect 786, the 7-8 skis. I wish she was here. She's on a business trip to New Orleans, so she's not here for class tonight, you guys. But yeah, perfect bounce back into the 200 SMA. Like, we start closing above this. I think 5 to 7 cents is our next 5 to 8 cents is our next target. The 1618 right here. We just gotta get back above this ultimate 236 from swing high to swing low right here. And that could take us to the golden pocket at 3 cents. And then if we can break our previous high, all-time high that we set back in February this year, then I think we can break the 1618, potentially higher. Like, we still got the 4.236 at 19 cents. So, like, we'll see what happens.
Go back to how it was in Feb.
Yeah, you can go back to bed. Yeah. Hopefully, eventually, you're making, instead of $2 grand, $10 grand a day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I'll be back in the Philippines.
I know that's real. But yeah, 28% right now. Up 28% right now on the daily.
Yeah.
At a high of... Wow, a high of 60%. Yeah, they ain't holding back no more, you guys. That's for certain. They're certainly not holding back no more.
I don't mind.
I know, right? Zcash. So getting almost as high as our next range up, 51 cents. We got to 48 cents. We'll see what happens. Probably come down here and meet the 200 again, where it comes up at. Meet this trend line, this orange line. I like how the 200's interacting with it. Maybe we can chop down into this, get another bounce. That would show the RSI being reset as well, if that was to happen. But I'd be looking at maybe $33, $33.35, somewhere around there for Zcash. This is one I've been DCAing into as well, the $25 range, 17. You and I, Shannon, me and you both bought the $17 range back here at these lows that night in class with Modern and Duke Doobie. Yeah. We've been bossing it since then, but I've been able to de-risk here at 44. I don't know if you were. And then I bought the $25 lows, 25 to 28. I just DCA'd in that, doubled, tripled my bag, and now we're up again. So I'm waiting to 80. Huh?
I was doing something. I think I don't know, maybe island hopping at the time. Didn't have. I think I missed that, but never mind.
Yeah. 83 is my next target, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I think it'll be 3 figures easily, but...
Nice. Well, I mean, I'm not in a rush. I might just wait.
Right. Casper's still in my accumulation zone, you guys. It's one of my most recent purchases now that it's set this low right here at 006, 007. I'm not saying it can't go lower. We'll see. But it's, been in this downtrend, and now it seems to have found a trend reversal and deviation possibly. So I'm just paying attention to see if we can't get back up to this 200, start closing above it, and working our way back up. It's been in the ultimate downtrend since the highs on inception day, basically. So, I mean, if we ever were to get back to where we started at $24 post the 2024 year, right? Then this is going to be something that's probably going to change my life as well as Casper. That could be upwards of a 300,000% return. So, I mean, it was a gamble. Yeah, it's a gamble at these prices, at these ranges. But for so many years, I've heard about it and heard about it and heard about it. And I've recently not heard about it all year. So it's like, I'm not saying that people haven't talked about it, but it's became less popular in my opinion. So now I'm going to take advantage of it when it's all the way down here at the bottoms instead of obviously throughout history. So if I do lose a little bit, well, I do lose, but at least I didn't lose for years. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thesis on it, is buy low, sell high. So it's a gamble. It's a gamble. All right. Ooh, Pepe coin.
Yeah, Pepe's looking interesting, and so is Pepe 2. Pepe 2 looks like it's gonna maybe have a bit
Is
of a...
Pepe 2 Pepe coin?
No, literally Pepe 2. Got it on KuCoin.
Okay.
But whenever Pepe goes, so does Pepe 2, so...
Let me find my original Pepe chart. Ooh, GME. Still waiting on GME to have it stay in the sun again. Oh, that's Pepe Bitcoin. Wow. Yeah, so we might finally be making that 5th extension that we've had since last year. Oof. Yeah, and it's post a Donald Trump victory too. Imagine that. This low right into November what? November 4th. And then election day. Wham! Anyways, you can't make this shit up. Let us pray. Yeah. We know Pepe's highly tied to Q and Trump, the Anons, the Twitter spaces, social medias. So yeah, I'd be getting ready to de-risk it when it continues to move up towards our target. It's just taking a year to play out. So, congratulations to those that bought Pepe back when it first came out and de-risked that 3,223% move that we called for you to de-risk, and you DCA'd back in throughout this several months of a sideways trading range, and then de-risked again before, well, trading sideways, and now you're getting ready to de-risk again. So, congratulations to Pepe holders. Hopefully you get a pullback right here. Maybe you can DCA into before one more leg up. Only time will tell. Well, let's see what Trump and MAGA's done. Oh, damn. It ain't got started yet. So, MAGA. I don't remember if this is a crypto or a stock. Well, this might be bottoming somewhere. I don't know. I just figured I'd look at them because they were right there beside Pepe, tied to the election. ... So recently, you guys, we've been giving y'all DCAs in the dot, DCAs in the dot, $3, $4 dot, because it's gonna one day be, my opinion, the next Solana play. Okay, so if dot had already done in the past upwards of 50, close to $60. Well, my next target is upwards of a 1618 at close to 130 to $200. Okay, the next Solana play. So remember, we were giving you the lows at $3, telling you DCA, not financial advice, but we were. This is what we've done, so we've got a good chance to exceed that. See a 3-figure dot. So you're looking at a healthy increase in profits. If we can get and start close above this 200 SMA on the daily, I think we can start to see this thing just propel with everything else. Not financial advice. ... Let's look at some more things I've been buying. Filecoin. We talked about Zcash. What else? Y'all know I'm in XRP. What else did we already talk about? That I've been personally buying. I ain't been buying Pepe or the Trump or the MAGA coin, but I'm in GME and we looked at it and it's at $26. So, Dogecoin. Oh, good God. Yeah. Let us pray. I think we're going to $4, you guys. We've had this for over a year, drawn out. The 1618 has been our target. And then if the markets get stupid for Dogecoin, then the measured move could be upwards of $22. That would be pretty euphoric. We'll see. If history repeats, right? Diminishing returns is always something to consider, so don't expect history to repeat. But we know Dogecoin can move. So life-changing wealth can easily be made. 41 cents is still, compared to $4, if that's the high, 40 cents is still, easily 1,000% profits. Okay, so just remember that. But Dogecoin, we own some of that. We bought some this year, some more of it. So Filecoin is what I'm really looking for. That's the next one I want to go over, because we looked at Flare. Y'all know I've been buying that. Help me out. Where's my Filecoin? Alright, it's easy just to type in FIL and do it that way. $4.19. I just think we need to break the 236. We break this 236, we can start heading towards the golden pocket in levels, of course. Okay, but this is my next target, $13. So, but yeah, another one that has already hit the 1618, got rejected into a bear market, but I think a nice W pattern breakout's eventually coming. That's just my opinion. But yeah, de-risking ranges are still set in stone when we get up here. We could be overheated, so if we get up here and we see signs of any pullback, I'm going to be targeting these zones again. So remember that. Filecoin is a long-term hold for me, an investment. So yeah, I just got to break that 236. I think we can propel towards upwards of, man, 4 figures, $1,000 one day for Filecoin. Yeah, imagine that, and we're giving it to you at $4, you guys. It's already hit a high of $230. Okay, so if we double that this cycle, I mean, we're looking at $500. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just throwing out hypotheticals here. Okay, so remember that. Buy the low, sell the high. All right. Is there anything y'all want to look at? I just want to go over some ones that we've been given, I think, at some pretty discounted prices. Velo's been one secret hidden gem for us that I think is going to get ready to continue to propel upwards of that 69,000% gain that we had once discussed. So that was, again, back here in December and November of last year, so remember that too. You're not getting that now, but I still think it's got a chance to be one of our largest returners this year. So this cycle. What algo looking like? Cameron.
That's what I was just gonna say. What the hell?
What up? What up, Killer Cam? What up, Killer Cam in the house, man? Let's go, my guy. Glad to see you here, dude. Appreciate you supporting the work, my guy. Now that we, by the way, I don't know if you've heard Killer Cam, but we're officially professional funded trader. Been given $5K to trade with. Thank you. Up in our trades right now. Let me take a look at that, by the way. I got sidetracked. But we'll look at algo right now. Good God, it's at 15, 18 cents. It's pumping, ain't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm up $2.23. The Skull and Bones number right now in my open trade. But we'll pay attention to it. We'll see what happens. But algo, I think it's wanting to break that 236 as well, but we need to make sure that's, yeah, I kind of haven't done any charting on algo in a minute, so what I'm going to do is reset chart view. No. Here, let's just hide everything. Just going to hide everything and redo our chart analysis on algo, because I haven't looked at it in a minute, but I know Cam, you and I have held it for like 4 years, since 2020. Oh shit, there we go. I was like, where'd the candles go? All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go from the candle close, because it's the closest to having them both line up. I got rejection from my 702. Nice little bull trap before a downtrend in 2022. Our bear market, not surprising. Yeah, look at where we're at. I mean, look at where we're meeting resistance. Cam and algo holders, we're at the 236 right now. Okay, so I mean, if we can just get back above it, look at where we recently got rejected back here at the 382. You see, I mean, look at how my levels of the 618 rejection are lining up right here. The 0.5 rejection right here. Once got above the 236, shot to the golden pocket and the 888 fib. I think we're gonna witness this again. If we can do a, just plagiarism move right here and just pull this to right here, I think that's what we're looking at seeing. Something like this right here. I'm not saying it takes as long as July of 2026. I think it's going to be more like some shit like this. Pretty euphoric, okay? And happening between now and March, alright? But then again, I think it's looking more like something like this, possibly. If we can break that 702 golden pocket. You see what I'm getting at, Pioneers? I think we're about to shoot straight towards that 618. Play around with this golden pocket. Break this previous high, all-time high, wherever you want to consider it, inception day, or the previous high back in November of 2021. Either way, I think we're going to continue to follow the market and market expansion and see a new all-time high once we break this 236. So talk about the last accumulation opportunities under the 236 at 18 cents right now for Algorand. Okay, not financial advice, but we're looking at upwards of $32. So 318, 318. 31.2, so that's my target of the 618 for Algorand personally, and I'm not saying, I don't think it's asking too much after sideways and down trading for 4.5 years to make a move of 16,000%. We've seen meme coins do 300,000, 700,000. Okay, so a million percent. Bitcoin's done 16,000, I think, for Algorand. The thesis, the development behind it, I've done my own due diligence and research on it. There's a reason why I've held it for 4 years. I'm not saying it's going to make me rich, but I think it's a winner. Okay, so we'll see what happens between now and March, but I think we can see this thing rip and roar and then do some more downtrend. But that's just my opinion. So Algorand looking promising. Alright, back to the... I'm up $3.14. Pi. Statter. SD on Coinbase. What is the NYC gang? As I say, it's a banger, huh? We shall see. Statter, SD. Let's look up SD. What are we talking about, SD? But yeah, what is NYC? Statter USD coin on Coinbase. Alright, let's look it up. Good God, what is this? Okay. We can't really do TA. Oh, it's on the weekly. Let's go to daily. We'll have a few more days. Since August of this year, so I mean it's not been out long, but look at where you're retesting. This would be a great entry if this holds its support. Okay, you're testing inception day open, okay, and if you hold right here, you're in a fallen wedge. You just rejected from the 1618. This can bring you back up to at least a lower high, maybe. You still have the golden pocket you could fall to at 54 cents, but I mean if this thing wants to, we can see it set its first market high, upwards of 10 to 12 bucks towards the 4.236. This be its first cycle, sideways and down for the last several months. It started its first cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, make a fifth wave up. Okay, something like that. So I'll draw that out. This is just hypothetical, by the way. Not a lot of chart data. So, yeah. And Coinbase may not be all the data too, so I need to go and look and see if I've got another chart with the dinosaur. This is the very beginning. Yeah, I'll just do this. That should give me enough data. Yeah, that makes more sense. It just got listed on Coinbase. Here's my dinosaur. That's important. This is the very beginning. Alright, so you want to look at your chart with the most data to make decisions off of. So now it makes more sense. We've not already hit the 1618. From that local move, yeah, of course. But we've recently broke the 236, so golden pocket of 314 pi is my next range. Look at this trading we did shortly around this area back on, May of 2022 before we sold down, okay? And have traded sideways for 2 years. Like, you're getting ready to rip and roar. Upwards of $88 is my opinion. 89 coming out of the 2024, 89 is the 24th prime year, okay? So, I mean, you got to break the golden pocket first. You got to break previous all-time high first. It's done that. It's hit $8.50, $9.40 before. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see it extend to the 1.618. So, this one could be a banger, as you say, I say. So, Bessico. Yeah, love Algorand. You're a GOAT. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I'm just striving to be the greatest of all time within my own paradigm, at least. I'm proud of the work I do. I'm very prideful in it. I'm happy to know that it's very unique, and my cause, or I don't want to say above the rest, but certainly I'm glad I've got the track record I do. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes at times. Wrote a whole message about it on Facebook today to my friends and family about becoming a funded trader, and the track record, and I believe being misunderstood and overlooked and undervalued over the last 4 years, being shadow banned and the #1 banned crypto YouTuber on the planet. It's been a long time coming to get here, to be this GOAT, but I'm still not there yet. People tell me all the time, John, you're the man. Coach Abe, you're the man. I tell them the same thing I'm telling you, Bessico. I appreciate you saying that and noticing, but I still got a long ways to go. So, I strive to be the man. I strive to be the GOAT. Okay? So, maybe it's just me being humble. I don't know. I'll behave. Stay humble. But, so, anyways, what else are we looking at before we get off here? Got a few minutes before we, end class tonight. We've talked a lot about crypto, Bitcoin. We know the upside targets, upwards of, I'm thinking 96, 94K, 95K, 99K tonight if we get a euphoric move. Out of this recent daily close that just closed today, our highest daily candle close in the history of Bitcoin. It's truly remarkable. Let's look at this on another Bitcoin chart. Let's get the close. 91,985. I mean, I think we're truly in the moments of seeing our first 100K Bitcoin live trading with you all. So yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to be here. NYC, your YouTube channel. Dion is the founder. NYC YouTube channel. Dion is the founder. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. NYC, Master Your Reality is MYR. I've done a couple podcasts with him. I'm gonna have to look into NYC. It seems familiar, but I don't know. The coin is definitely new to me. I've never heard of it. But yeah, I'm glad to be back too. What were you saying, Modern?
Can we look? I looked at Stronghold today for the first time in 3 months, and I was like, "Oh, let's go! Check it out on the daily." Let me know what you see.
Yeah,
anything
I
else?
was looking at my account, and I'm like, I wonder if I should double my account by simply putting $300 in it today.
All right.
Before it shoots up. Yeah, because I mean, this is the zone we gave y'all. I know it's hard to see, so It's a messy chart, you guys. But back here, we were in class one night, you guys. For those watching live and everything, we were in class one night back in February of this year, right past the Super Bowl. We were getting our Super Bowl crypto pump. Like I was teaching everybody, the market cherry blossom season that we were approaching into. But Stronghold was overheated at the time. Live in class on a freaking Friday night. So maybe it was a Tuesday night right back here. Tuesday night, yeah. February 13th, past the Super Bowl. We were at 0.14, 0.15, and I'm telling my pioneers, I'm selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, bam. Like, they're all buying. They keep getting more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a fun time to use as a learning lesson when we move forward over the next several months, right? Until where we are now. I hope that all that buying and DCAing, if you've done more, you're getting ready to take advantage of like Coach did back in the early of the year. I couldn't tell them what to do that night, but I made it clear. I'm selling. Alright. I knew that we were overheated and we were looking for a sideways and down pullback, like a falling wedge or something. I didn't expect sideways for 8 months, at least not on all coins. Bitcoin definitely. October, November, fourth quarter always been the time period. But I thought this may need to do just a little sideways and then we can maybe make one more high before seeing this thing roll over a large percent. Well, luckily we traded sideways, and now we may get a chance to see this thing hit upwards of 3 to 7 cents is my next target. 4 to 7 cents, I think, is the next target we were talking about back then. Let me unhide the drawings. Yeah, 3, 6, 11 cents at the highest, so 4 to 7 is the next target at the 3618 at 5 cents. And then 11 cents is the highest I think we could see it go right now at the 4.236. Maybe we extend that, but this accumulation range that we're in right now, this blue horizontal range, has been the range where, like, it's easy to double your portfolio, you guys. 005, like, easily. What's that? $500 gets you 100,000 tokens right now. You know what I'm saying? So just do the math. If you double that, you'd easily have $1,000 once you get to a penny. You put $500 in right now, get to a penny, you got $1,000. You get to 2 pennies, you got 2,000. You get to 3 pennies, up to 12. You see what I'm saying? Do the math. So if we get to a 4.236 at 12 cents, my 100,000+ tokens is now sitting at $12,000+. Off a initial $100 investment back in December of 2023, okay, before we made this first leg up, okay, and y'all know that because y'all were here in class when we gave this call. So $100 can easily, hopefully, turn me into, if we get to the 4.236 after 8 months of sideways and down, which is, I think, is very feasible now. $100 can turn into $12,000+. What if it gets to $1 one day and it turns into $100,000? Imagine that. Let us pray. So, talk about bangers.
Yeah.
So we got a few of those like that. $100, $100,000 challenges. So, the occupation is the job, the just over broke. Okay? The occupation is the just over broke. My occupation is my career, because there's a difference. Creating a reality each and every. What's the R? I forget the last R. I'm creating a reality each and every. I forget. But the R stands for something too, and job stands for just over broke. So there's a big difference between career and just over broke. But yeah, my occupation is my job, my career. What I do here, my investments, etc. Not my 50, 60, 70, 80 hour a week just over broke. But yeah. Alright. It is 7:10, you guys. We got a few more moments. I'm reading the chat. I'm looking at the Discord. I'm about to check out the Zoom chat. Do we got anything? No. Most of class is probably going to be getting here in a few minutes. Like, where's Coach at? Like, we ended it. Started it early, ended it. Dion's track record is promising. Being unique is part of that recipe. And you got that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nice. What's he thinking? That range, 80-90 range? I'm gonna have to check that out. NYC. So if I type in NYC on YouTube, it's gonna pull it up. Okay. I don't want to get a copyright or anything for playing this guy's video on my live. But I'll check this out. NYC odd app. There. I'll check it out after this video sometime tonight.
Hey, Abe,
Yo, what
text
up?
me who wins.
Alright, I will. I will.
Like, as soon as it fucking breaks down, man, they're fired up because.
Yeah, that's what this live was really about tonight, man. It was just a decode on, Saturn going direct and the energy to the markets that it can bring. The decode on the fight and what I was seeing, and my outlook personally. Trying to be unbiased again, but just my outlook on who I think is going to win the fight. I think this is, like I said, a humiliation ritual for Jake Paul. Again, we could see that Jupiterian energy rise, but, I'm riding with Father Time, Kronos, Mike Tyson here, Kid Dynamite, and the baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike. So that's just my opinion on who's going to be dominant tonight. I mean, if you saw yesterday the way Mike Tyson slapped shit out of Jake Paul when he stepped on his toe, I don't think he's ready, boy. I don't think he's ready to fight that man. I don't care if he is 58 years old. I think that man is still got that Saturnian strength in him. So we will see. This could be the passing of the torch. You just got to beat up on an old man to get it. So I wouldn't be in that fight. Again, I grew up boxing. There's no way. And I'm not even in that weight class, like, for one. But there's no way if I was that Jake, I could be in this fight. Like, I know this is a show. There's a reason why we're seeing it again on today, too. A day strictly tied to Saturn in the Jupiter year. So both figures being there, tied to these figures and mythologies. It's truly amazing what we're about to witness. So I think it can propel us into a 99k Bitcoin, 96 to 99k Bitcoin during post the fight, something like that. This energy is going to be placed somewhere, and I think they're going to place it in the financial markets. That's just my opinion. I think they're using this as a distraction too, to keep people away from the markets, to get these lower prices that you can still see some of these coins at, like the Five coins and the polka dots and some of the ones that we went over tonight, like the Algorand still at the 236 at 18 cents, about to go blast off. So it would make sense. Quick glance at quant. Nah, man, it's all good. If anybody else has any other suggestions real quick, we can look at that too. But yeah, quant. I was just bringing this up in class the other night, Cam. But quant, in my opinion, let me get to my main chart. Main chart, quant. I think we're about to see quant double. So I'm trying to accumulate more of this under $100 quant. Yeah, we were just at $60 too. Now we're up $5 already. But yeah, man, I just have this strong opinion that quant's about to rip towards $137, $120, 119. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, we just got to continue to hold these lows of, I think, $64 to $60. Most definitely the double bottom, we got it right here at 55, and this wick low back in August of $51. I think we're in. I think now we're just going to see it continue to make its move like everything else, start breaking previous highs. But 120 is my next target move up. 119, 120. That's my personal opinion. It's really 121, it looks like, right here. It's been this fallen wedge that we've finally broken out of, and we may not back test, but we've made a sideways and down, found a double bottom, so hopefully they don't get turtle souped and swept right here. So even if we do, we'd be looking at something of, I think, around, I don't know, $52, but I think we're done going down for quant. I really think we're about to make one large move up towards this 1618 at 82 bucks. I think that's our next range up. So what, 17 bucks away from that right now. That's just my opinion. The daily's looking good with the recent candle close. We just got to break this high now at 70 bucks. So quant, give me 119, 120. Say 117, 120. Give me that range. H bar. Buy. Not financial advice. I've been buying it. My community knows. It's in my what I'm buying, selling tab. H bar. We got a ton of them charts somewhere. Man, where'd I do that at? Go over your favorite cryptos for free without charging super chats at. Where'd I do that? Here. Fucking up the game, I know. 3 cents, you guys. We were just at 4 cents. Retesting 2020 levels. I lie. No, I don't. Yeah, okay, that's why I don't lie, because I know we were at 3 cents in 2020. We bought it at 3 cents in 2020. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Bought it at 3 cents in 2020. Back here. Sold it upwards of 31 cents. Was recently telling y'all we're back at 4 cents. Right above where I was buying it at in 2020. Before we de-risked a 30x, what was that? 30x, 10x, whatever it was, from 3 cents to 30 cents. But anyways, I think we're about to make our way up. Let's do another fib real quick. We're breaking the 236, you guys. 382 is the next level at 10 cents. Golden pocket at 24 cents. 2024 year. Imagine that. That's where we had our bull trap from the 702 golden pocket back in March of 2022. Sell off, sideways, up. I mean, this 1618 at $3 is looking, 318 is looking mighty nice. Mighty lonely, too. Mighty lonely. I'll behave. But, I mean, H-bar, when I look at a chart like this, that makes a move. First, it's okay, But then we make our move up, sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways. If our next move is up, I think we're going to make a euphoric move. We're going to eventually come back down and trade sideways. We might trade sideways at the top, too, like we did back here. Let retail play around with it for a little bit and sacrifice them. But my next move's to the sky. The sky's the limit. I be in the sky, flying with the fishes, or maybe in the ocean, swimming with the pigeons. I'm just saying, my world is different. Alright? So, I'm gonna leave H-bar there. Up and away. I'm buying. Not financial advice. But I've been buying, so. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Nice blast off time. Jazzy Fruits. My cat's name is Jazzy. Where we at, Jazzy? Come here, baby. Zillica, if you got time, bro. Okay, Zeal. YouTube would jail you and Dion. Okay, I DM'd you on Discord. Alright, yeah. I'm open to an interview. Or, just a collaboration or something. De nada. Muchas gracias. De nada. But yeah. Zilliqa. And that's been another one we've held for many years with V-Chain. So let's find that. Zilliqa is going to be down towards V-Chain's chart. Zilliqa. I think we're ultimately still making this W pattern, this round juicy butt cheeks, right? That's what I called it. But yeah, this long-term W. We just need to hold this 382 that we've continued to hold. We're at the 0.5. We need to break into the 618 in the golden pocket at 4 cents. And then I think we can see upwards of $2 one day still. The 1618 that we've had from inception, local highs to local lows. Yeah. It's just a matter of fact of getting above the 702 and holding support. I held it here to bounce, rejection. Got above it, bounced from it, rejected bull trap, rejected bull trap. I think once we get above the 702 golden pocket, it's going to propel us towards the golden ratio of phi. $2.40. That's my personal opinion. Like, I'm still a long-term DCA at fucking a penny. You know what I'm saying? Zilliqa's at a penny. You know? We're talking about $2. You know? Talking about dollars for every share you have. Gains. I mean, it's just, to me, it's the math. Like, long-term play, I'm bullish on it. I was staking it. Gaining governance zeal 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Governance zeal was at like $400. But upwards of a 12,000% gain in time. But right now I'm looking at more, you know, along the lines of the 702, an new all-time high maybe. So we're talking 180 to, you know, 1,500%, you know. But the sky's the limit still, in my opinion, as long as we continue to hold this 382. And then if we hold the 0.5 fib, we're only stair-stepping up. Again, down, low, high, down, but we stair-stepped up. So 236 hasn't been hit since 2021. Okay? So 2020. Alright? So 382 is our level that's so far support throughout this recent cycle. And I think once we break this, it's 5 cents. Well, just 4 or 5 cents. Say that. But yeah, so a 4-cent increase easily. Alright. Well, you guys, it's 7:22. 22 divided by 7 is pi. And I'm saying goodbye. Much love and high vibrations. I'm glad that you all came and joined us in a open house Friday night TradeAholics and Fibonomics meeting where we talked about the markets, where we talked more about decoding and the upcoming fight, the energy tonight. Sometimes it's more about things like that. This ritual that we're about to see, the potential highs, the potential lows for some certain cryptos. But either way, it's just something we do twice a week to hang out, spend time with one another, you know, to see how each other are doing in their trades. We coach, we answer questions, this, that, and the third. We go over decodes and everything in between. But until the pen writes again, my friends, it is Coach Abe at the Master Chief 117 signing out again. Pioneers rise, build your fortress, build your legacies. Let's go. Alright, you guys, I'll see y'all Tuesday night, okay?
Bye.
Alright, much love, much love.